Hi everybody, it's Tracy, and I have a few projects to share with you today. And these projects have come about through a challenge by Cassie at the Flacrafter on YouTube. And I think her YouTube name is Flacrafter, I believe. I'll check and put it on the screen for you. And anyway, yesterday she challenged us to use what we have and do 4 projects. So we had until sometime today. So I saw her video early yesterday morning, and I thought, well, I will try. Wasn't sure if I could do it, but I did. And I just finished my last project, like about 10 minutes ago. So let me show you what I have done. I'm going to show you my projects in the order that I did them. So the first project I did is a vintage tag. Now all of these projects are actually projects that I've been meaning to do, that I've been saying I was going to do, and I just hadn't gotten around to it because, as you know, there are just a zillion projects and there's never enough time. But I wanted to make another vintage tag. I hadn't done a tag in a while. And so this is what I came up with. Now it's a pretty big tag because I just find it easier to work larger. So it's 8 by 4 inches. Okay. I use the Madeline collection by K & Company. And I used a Sizzix die for the frame. Added some Prima lace and some Prima trim there. I just got this picture of this vintage lady online. I have no idea who she is. I have some Prima pearls on the side. These are Recollections flowers. And what I did basically is I just covered the paper. I mean, I did some painting here and crackling. I don't know if you can see it, because I was going to do the whole tag that way, and then I ended up changing my mind because I didn't really like the way it came out. But so I ended up covering it and just leaving a little bit of it for you to see. Folding it up. See, it's folded up here. Fold it down. And then this whole thing was distressed with a vintage photo. I have a little charm here. It's a perfume bottle hung off of a garment pin, and then just have some lace and some trim up there. And yeah, so that's my tag. The back is I just covered it with the designer paper. Look, I have this thing stuck. Okay. Yeah. And so that's that. That's one project. Okay? Did that project first. Then the next project I did is a postcard. And I just cut, this is a 5 by 9. Is it 9? I'm going to measure again because I forget these measurements. Oh no, 5 by 7. Okay. 5 by 7 piece of chipboard. The tag was backed in chipboard too. And I just covered it. And this paper came from the Penny Lane collection by My Mind's Eye, I believe. And also the Flower Shower Spring Stack by DCWV. I used that too. And I used some white lace trim that I got from Michael's. This is Tilda. I think this is called Waiting Tilda or Longing Tilda, I think. And the frame I cut from a Sizzix die. And I colored Tilda and put her in there like she's hanging out of the window. And the flowers are a mixture of Prima and Recollections. And then I have Prima Bling. And then I stamped Postcard with my Tim Holtz postcard stamps. Okay. In the middle of the flowers here are some Recollections brads too. So then this is the back of the postcard. And I used more of the Penny Lane collection by My Mind's Eye. And what is this? I have some glue spider webs, you know, from the glue gun. But anyway, so yeah, so you can write on it if I want to. Okay, so that is the second project. Now my third project is a birthday card. And this paper I used was from the Flower Shower stack, and I wanted to use up some of the scraps I had. So I just made a mat, and then I cut strips of the scraps, and then I used my punch on scallop punch there. Okay. Then I used this stamp set from I think it's Studio G, one of the dollar stamps I got from Joann's. And I put some stickles. I colored the cupcake and then stickled it up. Put a bow on it. Okay. You open it up, and I just made a mat and a little space for writing. Okay. So that is my third project. And my last project, excuse me, is a box. Let's see if I can get down here so you can see it. And this is one of the wood boxes from Michael's. And I have to admit I cheated a little bit because I was supposed to use things that I already had. And I ran out to Joann's yesterday morning and I found new paper. And I found this stack. The Lemon Flower Matte Stack. Love it. I love it. I did not buy the big 12 by 12 because I was trying to be really good. I just came out of the store with 2 of these little matte stacks. And I figured I would try it and see if I love it. And if I really love it, then I'd go back one day and get the 12 by 12. And I do love it, so I will be getting 12 by 12. Let me just open this up for you really quick. So those are the papers. You probably can't even see it. Okay. So I used that. But at least I used it. I didn't buy it and just stick it up in my stash. I used it. So now, I stained this box with mustard seed distress ink. Fussy cut some of the paper for the sides. Okay. Put little feet on the bottom. I covered the front and the top with the paper. And then I used some what do you call it, some trim, black trim here on the bottom. Okay, so the top I used some Prima and some Recollections flowers and some Prima leaves, and I put a little stick pin there. I think that's a Melissa Francis stick pin. Okay, let me show you the back. Now, For the closing, I had total drama with the closing. I don't know what I did, but I totally messed up the little button closure that you screw in, and I just messed it up. So I had to improvise, and this is how I did it. I used ribbon, and what I did is for the little hole openings that I'd already cut, I mean not cut, but poked, I just put some eyelets, large eyelets, and then extra large eyelet there. And I've just put the ribbon through as a closure. So that is my improvised closure. And then, so this is the inside. I used paper, designer paper for the inside, and I put some candy that I had left from Valentine's Day in there. So yeah, that is that project, and yeah, those are my 4 projects, and I really had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm really happy that I got to use up some of my stash. And thanks, Cassie, for issuing the challenge. And thank you all for watching.